Hey, Robin Wouters for Tech.eu. I'm here in Amsterdam with Brian from 3D Hubs. What's 3D Hubs?
3D Hubs is a platform. It's a lot like Airbnb, but then for 3D printing. So we connect people that want to print something with local 3D printers. We started 2 years ago with 10 printers in Amsterdam, and today we have 15,000 in over 150 countries. And, so we're the biggest platform of 3D printers in the world.
Great. That's the supply side. I assume that the demand is growing as well?
Yeah, demand side is growing very rapidly. We do over 10,000 3D prints a month, so that's pretty impressive. Yeah.
So how do you make money out of that?
We take a cut on every order, so it's 15% fee, and in exchange for that we do model checking, price calculation, and we do customer support and order handling. So we make sure that if you order a print, you get a high quality print delivered as soon as possible. Yeah.
So you're basically trying to democratize the production process of 3D printing and bring it to people worldwide.
Yeah.
But, is it still hobbyists and geeks and nerds doing the 3D printing, or is it really becoming a mass thing?
When we started 2 years ago, it was really the early adopters and the geeks. But over the past 6 months, we see more and more professional 3D printing companies signing up. So it's copy shops, it's service providers. So it's really, the market is professionalizing, and yeah, it's growing rapidly.
You've also just recently made some announcements, and they're very exciting for you in terms of growth perspective. Yeah. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, this month we partnered with 3 big companies. So first of all, Instructables, which is the world's biggest platform for DIY making. So you can find any Instructable on any topic, and for any of the Instructables that have 3D printable content, there is now a 3D print button to 3D Hubs. So that's very exciting. We just launched full color printing, so you can now get stuff that you scan also printed in full color, so that's pretty amazing, and we're doing that together with Sketchfab, a New York-based company. And lastly, but not least, Thingiverse, which is the biggest platform for 3D printable content. Yeah, we partner with them to integrate and have a print button on things that can be directly printed on 3D Hubs as well. So it's 3 really big partners which we're super excited about, and which will definitely really grow the 3D printing demand over the next months. Yeah.
So on the flip side, what's your biggest challenge right now?
It's keeping up with growth, I would say. So in 2 years we grew from 2 people to close to 35. So that's always a challenge, finding the right people and building a team. But so far it's going great. Yeah, so that's of course with any marketplace, matching supply and demand can be tricky. Also, if you're active in lots of different countries and cities. But yeah, it's working out.
So you went through the Rockstart accelerator, local accelerator here in Amsterdam 2 years ago. You also raised funding. Did you raise funding locally or from?
Yeah, we raised funding, seed funding locally, but also from Balderton, who's a UK-based investor, one of the bigger ones in Europe. So it's a mix of local angels and big VC from the UK.
So in general, what has your experience with the Amsterdam startup ecosystem been so far?
It's great. I think it's developing at a very high pace. I think it's growing very fast. You see a lot of high quality startups moving to Amsterdam and growing up in Amsterdam. I think the VC world is starting to notice Amsterdam. I see a lot of big names like Axel, Balderton, Index. They're all spending more time here, talking to companies, trying to figure out where to put their money. So it's yeah, that's a good scene. And then there's companies like iGen raising a lot of money, which in turn is really good for the startup ecosystem as well.
Great. Any things that you think are negative or missing?
We just need more startups and more capacity. I mean, there's only 2 accelerators in Amsterdam, which have about 10 spots a year, which is 20 spots for accelerating web startups, which is by far not enough. I mean, we should have maybe 10 times as much, because I think there's a lot of good ideas and a lot of cool companies starting in Holland. So we should just facilitate more.
Great.
Grow the ecosystem.
Brian, thank you very much for your time and best of luck with 3D Hubs.
Thanks.